6 and 6 TV, another 6 minutes basketball talk. The Raptors picking up a gritty win. It was a kind of gritty in Charlotte on a back-to-back. Kevin, tell me what you thought about the game, man.
I didn't get to catch as much of the game as I wanted, so caught end of the third, fourth quarter. I mean, from what I saw, there wasn't much going on in the fourth quarter. I felt like, again, it was lack of offense and who were we going to kind of go to. OG ended up having a big night, I guess, 19 points he had. But for me in the fourth quarter, he was almost non-existent. I saw that McCaw had, 43 minutes, brought the game to OT, had some huge assists. They ended up with, I think, 11 assists. But again, late in the game, they were going to Lowry. It's good they got the win, I guess, is the long and short of it. They brought it to overtime and they kind of closed it out, which is a good thing. But still feel like Ibaka and Lowry are somewhat carrying the load in the stretch, and I think we need some help.
Yeah, it's the last two games, the offense has kind of come to a grinding halt in the fourth quarter. And you can see like there's nothing. They were trying some pick and rolls with Hollis Jefferson and Lowry, which were not working. I don't know why they kept going with that, but it's been a couple of guys pretty consistent. Speaking of a guy, Terrence Davis, Nick Nurse calls him out the game before, talks about how he only played 8 minutes. Someone asked him, how come Terrence Davis played only 8 minutes, and he said 5 minutes too much probably. But he calls him out, and listen, it works. Sometimes a coach has got to be riding some of his players and to get the best out of him. Tell me what you saw from his game yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's good on, he has that hustle and knack to get to the ball, even if it's not necessarily the rebound, but he gets some fingertips on it and kind of, does something like that. He doesn't force it, I feel like. Hollis Jefferson, for example, he gets the ball anywhere. First thing he does is takes 2 steps towards the basket. Terrence Davis seems to be calm, like he's somewhat of a vet and very calm with the ball. And I think that's part of the poise he brings. I mean, for an undrafted guy to have that type of poise in the NBA, I think yesterday, I know he put over 20 points, I think 23. Definitely a good thing. And he's only going to go from here. Yeah, he had a good night last night for sure.
Just so you know, a couple of days ago, this hand and Terrence Davis's hand touched. Okay? I'm going to take some credit for that. Mafuzi, Baka, probably been one of the most consistent guys since we had those big 3 injuries. I think 6 straight double-doubles, tying a career high. Amazing, man. Amazing. I mean, he's at the other end of his career, and he's still producing. And I feel he's back to where he kind of started off at the start of the season. Tell me what you saw from him.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know what it is now? You always rely on him for that mid-range shot, and you hope he gets it in, and he's hitting that shot. And I think once he does that, and guys start to, respect that shot, he gets to put the ball on the floor, maybe get a quick layup or a dump off to somebody, and he's rebounding and getting some putbacks. So all around, he's doing his thing, and even when he's open for a 3, he's hitting his fair share of them. So all around, he's been doing more than what's expected from what I see.
All right. Courting Giannis, so I think they played last night or the night before. I think it was last night. The Bucks played in Golden State. There's a bunch of Golden State fans wearing Golden State jerseys with Antetokounmpo on the back of the jersey. As well, there's some back and forth with Steph Curry and him. Is that even a possibility of Giannis going to Golden State?
I mean, I don't think so. I think obviously it's a media play. There was some lip things that Curry said to him that people are picking up on. But I mean, from a courting perspective, I mean, this has probably been happening this entire season. We just haven't necessarily heard about it. I don't think he's obviously got his mind made up on necessarily where he's going to go, but we're in the mix, and I think that's all you can ask for. I can't see him going to Golden State. He doesn't seem like that guy to me where he wants to easy way out and create a super team. I don't think he's going to Golden State. I think that's one of the last places he's going to go.
No, the guy doesn't even train with anyone in the summer. He trains by himself, like a champion, which is where you need to be. I mean, you look at the modern athlete today, and everyone's high-fiving each other before and after the game. Go back about 10, 20 years, none of that was happening. So Giannis is in a league of his own when it comes to that kind of mentality. And by the way, it was Greek Heritage Night yesterday in Golden State. and they played some songs. But come on, Golden State fans, go to YouTube and
I did not know that. I did not know that.
Type in Giannis, Toronto Raptors Greek night, and you'll see a clip of Giannis coming back after the game into the ACC, and there's like 2,000, 3,000 Greek fans chanting his name. Come on, come to the Danforth. All right, we're skipping over the Butler versus Warren topic, but we're gonna go straight into the Kemba ejection. So Kemba, I think the Celtics got blown out at home yesterday against the San Antonio. Kemba got ejected for mouthing off at the ref twice in probably 10 seconds. I want to hear your opinion on this. I'm a big soccer guy. In soccer, you're pretty much allowed to call the ref whatever you want, say whatever you want to them, but the ref's leash is getting pretty short these days in basketball.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, not to get too much off topic. Like, yeah, it sucks for Kemba. I don't think he necessarily deserved that. I think refs have to have a little bit tougher skin. But I think this is like the entire NBA now, where someone's driving the lane, getting hit, and they're going straight to the monitors to see if it's a flagrant 1 or 2. Like back in the day, that shit was just a standard foul, and you're just getting up, going to the line, and taking your shot. So I think this is the new NBA that we need to get used to, both now from, unfortunately, a ref's perspective and a player's perspective. And it's just something we're going to need to get used to, and players are going to need to adapt and be smarter with their mouths and, what they do on the court. That's just the nature of the NBA today.
I totally agree. All right, we're done. I want to finish on this. If any Raptors fans out there, if you have time, go look at this clip from Tim and Sid right after the Portland game, where Tim's addressing some of the Raptors fans who are getting very irate with his team and unhappy that they dropped some of these games. He puts it into perspective that now we're 25-13, and how many franchises would love to have that record? Yet there's so many of us Raptors fans that are still bitching and complaining about the record. I guess that's the consequences of winning a championship, but it's important to put things into perspective. The Knicks, even the Hornets, there's tons of franchises that would love to have a record like that and a team like ours. So
yeah, and apparently we're only 2 games off of what we were last season. Apparently, I'd have to look into that stat. So yeah, calm down, people. Calm down.
Grateful. All right, guys, we're out. Good night. God bless.
Peace.